My name's Victoria Davies and this is Milo. Is Nadia? Stop that. Milo's an 18-month-old Maltese Terrier.
Nicholas.
No, Mummy and Daddy will do the talking, guys.
Okay, so my name's Anne.
My name's Mark.
And this is Biff.
So my name's Kelly and this is Archer. So Archer basically, he was dumped on a work site in the Hunter Valley when he was probably only a few days old with his mum and his siblings. And originally there were 9 siblings, but unfortunately 4 of them were hit by cars because they were just so young. And so the workmen on the work site were feeding them puppies, meat pies and sausage rolls. They were taken to the pound when they realised that the mum wasn't there.
Milo's a sweet little boy. He was a private surrender. He was owned by some people who kept him on a front veranda, about a metre square.
Biff was surrendered to us by his owner due to circumstances that he couldn't control. He was a lovely bloke. He was just in a situation where he couldn't afford his dog anymore.
Down on his luck, circumstances dictated that he wasn't able to take Biff with
And he
him.
brought him up very well. He had him from a puppy. He's very well mannered. He got all his manners from him. I haven't had to teach him any manners except how to be good with cats. That's the only thing I've had to teach him.
Very frightened, very difficult little dog, quite aggressive through fear. The main thing was to give him his space. Everything that he did was okay. He had to learn that nobody was ever going to hurt him again, regardless of what he did. House training was huge. We had to be really, really tolerant and consistent, and that's where my dogs came in. They teach. We don't have to do very much at all. He doesn't like loud noises, so being out here on the property and with the other dogs, it's really suited him. He's come a long, long way in the 6 weeks we've had him. And yeah, we hope that he's going to do a lot better and eventually go to his own forever home.
A pound called Dog Rescue, and yeah, here I am with this big journey. It's been really, really great though. It's been really amazing to see all the progress. It's really, really worth it.
I wanted to do something to help the dogs out there that are surrendered. I'm a nurse and often I'll get elderly people come in and they can no longer look after their dogs, and it was getting to the point that I thought there's got to be something out there that can help these people and help their little dogs or their big dogs when they needed to surrender them. So I got on the internet and had a bit of a look around and found Dog Rescue Newcastle and had a bit of a chat to Sue Barker, who runs Dog Rescue, and found that it suited me. Some people find it hard to give them up and move them onto their own homes. Sometimes it's difficult, but there's always another one waiting in the wings to come in, so yeah, I don't find it too hard to pass them on. It's just, okay, off you go, you enjoy your life, and now there's somebody else waiting for me.
When I find a suitable home for especially a puppy, I'm more happy, because even though I loved having them in my home, it's great to see their forever home, and I think that needs to happen quite quickly. It's bittersweet, I guess. There's a lot of work involved trying to find a home. There's quite a rigorous process because we can never be too sure with homes, and it's a big responsibility trying to find an adequate home for them to live it forever, for the rest of their life, which is, you know, around 15 years. So it's a really great feeling. I'm happy more than sad. I miss that, you know, I don't know, you could say the pitter-patter of little feet in my house, and all the cleaning and everything involved. Like, I wouldn't take it back at all. I love it.
We do smaller dogs inside, gave them a chance to learn about it and be involved, and they enjoy it. So
we would never get an Irish Wolfhound to foster.
Why?
That's the tallest breed of dogs ever.
Oh, okay. When Buddy first went to his home, he was our first foster dog.
I kept on obsessing about it.
He did, he got very upset. But then when we had Cooper, thank you, he was our next one. He was much better, so he learnt to cope. It taught him coping skills. It was actually a really valuable experience for him.
As a kid, I cannot ever remember a time in my life I haven't had a dog, at least one dog. It's nearly always been 2, because my family have always believed that they need company, which they do, and they need to learn from each other. So earliest memories, small child, yeah, always. I don't think there's any time I haven't had a dog. It's funny, I've never really looked on myself as being a social person, but really got involved. They're a great bunch of people. Even if you can't foster, you volunteer and you meet people, you get involved, you learn some really good skills. You walk up to one of the foster carers' front doors to deliver food or something to them, and everyone's got the same front doorbell, and it barks. It's like a natural front doorbell. We'll go, yep, or there's baby gates set up inside, and you think, yep, right house.
There's probably about 20 holes dug in my backyard between him and his siblings, his brothers, and his little foster sister that only was just recently adopted. Yeah, so a lot of trouble. He loves picking on the bigger, older dogs, like a very fluffy border collie that he's just madly in love with. And it's not really reciprocated, but he's learning, A lot of objects, like last night I found him asleep in a washing hamper. And he also has chewed a few shoes, shampoo bottles, everything that he can get at.
He tends to bolt a bit sometimes if you let him off the lead because he gets very excited. Good with children. What do you think, Stephanie?
Play with the cats.
Yeah, he dances for Fred the cat.
Yeah.
And goes down and does what we call a terrier scrub kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gets on his belly and he tries to dance for Fred, and Fred just looks at him and goes.
Yeah. Fred's our cat
And
who's
he
bigger
keeps
than.
going back for it. He loves him.
Back here, you. Come on.
Sometimes when Biff jumps on the bed and first thing in the morning to say hello and I get licked all over the face, you just think, oh God, one morning where I didn't get licked on the face would be nice. But then you think, nah, I love him. I'm not very experienced in training for dogs and stuff, like training sit, stay, that sort of thing. More just good manners.
People's lives change, and that's what we're here for. We're here for those changes in life. I had a young cattle dog as a foster. My husband really, really wanted to keep this young cattle dog, and I went, we haven't got the lifestyle for a cattle dog. We loved him, he was gorgeous. But then some people came along and I said, well, this application looks great, these people look great. And my husband's going, no, it's got to stay, it's got to stay. I went, no, it's got to go. He does things that we can't do. So I think that's what's made me feel that it's not that hard. And now he's running the fields in Gresford and having a great old time, or up on the farm at Merriwar and following Dad around for work. So.
We delivered Cooper to his new family here, and I've got a photograph of them walking up the footpath, and Cooper did not look back. He was so happy. And I got in the car and we went and had breakfast and we went, that was really good.
There was a tear in all our eyes at that point,
Yeah.
I have to admit.
I'm still teary because he was so happy, and I've had photos since then. She sends me photos occasionally and he's so happy. So it's really lovely to see.
It's hard. The Dog Rescue Facebook page is pretty sneaky. They post some photos of some dogs that really need some carers, whether it be them not working in their environment that they're currently in, or trying to get a dog out of a pound. A lot of the time we just don't have the carers for it.
I think it's a responsible thing to do. Not everybody can do it. It's not something for everyone. And for those people that can't do it, then you've got the volunteering and the donations. You know, it's just huge for anyone to donate. Like, to donate a tray of dog food or a bag of dog food to us, that's amazing. I mean, it doesn't mean a lot, maybe $20 worth, but God, it's huge. I like to see this frightened, filthy, flea-ridden little dog that's been roaming the streets. I love to see them come in, get them all looking pretty, healthy, train them, and then get some fantastic photos done and send them off to their new home. Foster dogs are not broken dogs. They're just dogs that have come from a different lifestyle, and it just hasn't worked out with their owners. And it's up to the Dog Rescue to sort of bring out the best in them and to let them know that it's all good. Life can be good. It's not a horrible place, and yeah, and you can start again. They learn new names really quickly too, don't you? You learn a new name, and sometimes we change their name. New life, new name. Let's start again. Yeah.